Should Gareth Southgate go strong against Belgium? Sportsmail reporters have their say. England's knockout stage destiny will be decided on Thursday night when they face Belgium in Kaliningrad to decide the winners of Group G, with one side of the draw looking far weaker than the other. Gareth Southgate faces a conundrum as he looks to maintain form and momentum after a lightning start. Here Sportsmail reporters give their say on how they should line up against Roberto Martinez's side. Ian Ladyman: Pickford, Stones, Cahill, Maguire, Walker, Henderson, Deer, Rose, Lingard, Sterling, Rashford. It is tough on the understudies, but England need to keep their momentum going. Those players in form, with a couple of exceptions, should be given the chance to cement it with another good performance. I have shuffled the defense a little, as Walker and Rose are our best two wingbacks and should be in the team in their rightful positions. Sami Mokbel: Pickford, Jones, Stones, Cahill, Trippier, Delph, Deer, Loftus-Cheek, Rose, Kane. Rashford would love to see Southgate give Marcus Rashford a start alongside Harry Kane. Whether he does or not remains to be seen. Rotation is important ahead of the last 16. Equally, it's vital Southgate maintains a level of continuity by fielding a strong spine. Mike Keegan: Pickford, Cahill, Stones, Maguire, Alexander-Arnold, Loftus-Cheek, Henderson, Lingard, Rose, Sterling, Vardy. 4 changes for me. England have to strike the balance between coherence and common sense. This team needs to continue to gel, and I do not think wholesale shuffling of the pack will help in the long run, but given we are already through, we should take no unnecessary risks. Kyle Walker, on a yellow, drops out with Gary Cahill coming in. Kieran Trippier, whose energy is needed, also gets a rest, while Danny Rose gets a chance to take away the left wing-back slot from Ashley Young. I know he wants the golden boot, but Harry Kane is simply too important to risk in a game like this. In comes Jamie Vardy. Delali to ease himself back off the bench. Laurie Whitwell: Pickford, Cahill, Stones, Maguire, Alexander-Arnold, Deer, Rose, Dill, Lingard, Rashford, Kane. England should absolutely go for victory. Momentum, confidence, and for the fact it is fallacy to gauge the standard of future opposition. Resting players still seems shrewd though, as well as giving chance to those chomping at the bit. Jamie Vardy should get a good spell off the bench too. He could be crucial in extra time of knockout games. Joe Bernstein: Pickford, Stones, Jones, Cahill, Alexander-Arnold, Ali, Deer, Delph, Rose, Vardy, Rashford. All change. England will ideally have another 4 matches to play after this, so no point in flogging players, particularly after the heat of the last game. Harry Kane should be politely put in his box, team success more important than his golden boot quest. As for throwing the game, we won't know the best draw scenario until Colombia finish a couple of hours before England kick off. Rob Draper: Pickford, Jones, Cahill, Maguire, Alexander-Arnold, Lingard, Deer, Ali, Rose, Sterling, Kane. Walker is rested as he's on a yellow and England need him for last 16. Cards are wiped out at that stage. Stones, because Cahill was so close to the 11, deserves a game, and I buy Southgate's argument about unity of the squad being as important to momentum. Alexander-Arnold plays because Trippier is too important to risk with strain. Rose is in as he needs game time, and he's a better defender than Ashley Young, which will be important against a better team. Obviously get Welbeck and Rashford on after an hour, but, for different reasons, neither Kane nor Sterling will want to be dropped. Dominic King: Pickford, Cahill, Stones, Jones, Alexander-Arnold, Deer, Loftus-Cheek, Delph, Rose, Kane, Vardy. Gareth Southgate will not be thinking about losing this game for tactical reasons. He wants to win. His players wants to win, and he will pick a side that is capable of getting the job done. It doesn't make sense to play men such as Jordan Henderson and Raheem Sterling when they have put the hard yards in already. I'd like to see Trent Alexander-Arnold get a taste of the World Cup, too. Nothing will fluster the young Liverpool right back. Chris Wheeler: Pickford, Walker, Cahill, Maguire, Alexander-Arnold, Deer, Ali, Lingard, Rose, Rashford, Kane. It seems pointless making so many changes that England risk losing their cohesion and, more importantly, the momentum built up to this point in the World Cup. Give game time to the players who most need it and get Delali back on the pitch, while keeping half of the original lineup. Jack Gaughan, Pickford, Jones, Stones, Maguire, Trippier, Lingard, Deer, Loftus-Cheek, Rose, Rashford, Kane. 5 changes, but it should be enough to win the game given Martinez sounds as if he's tinkering Belgium's 11. They've got to try to beat Belgium rather than think of permutations. It'd be a shame if Southgate played for a draw and then went out to supposed inferior opposition next week. Kieran Gill, Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Alexander-Arnold, Deer, Henderson, Lingard, Rose, Rashford, Kane. Go for the win, but be sensible. Keep the back three together because they need as many minutes to gel as they can get. I'd like to see Trent Alexander-Arnold and Danny Rose get their chances on the wings, though. Eric Dier and Jordan Henderson in midfield would allow us to see whether it makes us overly defensive. Marcus Rashford alongside Harry Kane would add a bit of oomph, at least.